think of ways to make staff meetings more fun and congenial, but they are public meetings, so my whole go around the room and tell a joke is out. We have to submit those in writing and edit them before we can do that. So I have had two of you folks who come to this meeting say to me in the last month, though, are those meetings a good use of time? So what I would like to suggest is, if you have any ideas, everything from no, they're not a good use of time to yes, if we did this, that would be a better use of time, would you submit those to Melissa and I and Jeff? I mean, give us some ideas for how we could have a more useful time. For us, it is a good way of getting caught up on the highlights from your department. But if you've got ideas on how we could make it more useful, and I know donuts will probably show up on the list. But all right, we're going to start right here. We'll start with the undersheriff today and just go around the room. Undersheriff, what's happening in your world?
What is happening in my world? Well, the sheriff's at the
The conference?
Yeah. So my world is quiet.
Yours is quiet.
It's peaceful. Yeah, it's peaceful. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, knock on wood. Knock on wood. Trying to think of, obviously you saw the revised bid, which that's not really what this meeting's about, but the revised bid for the glass.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh man, it just shot up to like $130-something thousand. So, as I feared, it kind of puts us in a position where we really have to evaluate what our best options are moving forward. And then that obviously created a situation where we have to do multiple bids outside of the bid we did with Shoshone Glass. So just concerned that a lot of time's going by, and it would be nice to at least get those priorities taken care of, and then maybe we can look at other options for higher priced items.
How is the driver's license going? Is it open, or is it? I know that's always a.
Yeah, so I went and it's not very efficient. What we're allowing is one person in at a time, and obviously it's cold, and so we're asking folks to sit in their vehicles. I don't know what process there is to keep, like a number process or what to know who's next, but we are making progress and people are getting taken care of.
Did the
Carpet's in, looks great. It's a big improvement. Yeah, I think, sooner or later we're probably going to have to figure out how we can proceed forward and in a more normal fashion. And I don't know what the answer is to that. A lot of it's about the employees feeling safe, and I understand that 100%. So I think we can address that probably in the meeting after this one. I think that's all.
Yeah.
Other than that, for me, it's retention, and having enough bodies out there for it to be safe. So.
Okay. Appreciate it. Solid waste and the big bonfire out there. Was that to keep warm today, or just?
That's one side of it anyway.
That's one side of it. Richard, what's going on?
Everything's going pretty good. We are finally fully staffed, which really helps out. As far as the bonfire, so we are, as of today, just about caught up with the wind damage debris that's been coming in. Not without its fair share of complaints. The DEQ's added more paperwork to my desk as far as burning goes now because of it. It is what it is. You know, the material is wet and green, and I can only stockpile so much. You know, so that's why we had to burn. But as of today, we are going to start stockpiling again. So we'll put off the burning for a while, and hopefully we can dry some material out, and it won't smoke so bad. It just, you know, with this windstorm, we had no choice. That's just what we had to do. So, but yeah, other than that, everything's going good. We been working with HMH. They're going to be out tomorrow to start taking measurements and everything of the tipping floor to get that project going. We were shooting for later this year to have it started. I don't know if we're going to be able to get on the books for that. It might be next spring, possibly next fall before we actually get going on it. It just depends on workload for who actually bids on it and gets the contract. So, but yeah, other than that, business as usual.
And plenty
Thank
of
you.
it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It does not slow down.
No, it doesn't seem to have this year, does it?
Nope, it doesn't. Nope.
Somebody want to add anything to that?
Just stickers. Get your stickers.
Get your sticker. Okay, it's
Come
that
down
time.
to the transfer station, get them, or go online and get the form.
Okay. Come down to the that's good for the public to hear that.
Yeah,
So come down
it
to the
is.
transfer
Yeah.
station and get them, or go online.
Yes, so I'm Monday through Friday, and if I'm there, I will do them on site. If I'm not there, then just leave it there, and then I will get it done, and it'll be returned back to the scale house on Monday or the next day, just depending on what day they come in.
Okay, that's good information. Okay, Jessica, short timer.
So we're just kind of in a, holding pattern right now with the weather. It's been cool and dry, and we haven't seen a lot of precipitation. So a lot of our work has been, anytime we're not doing snow removal or de-icing operations, we are out there doing cleanup from the windstorm. That's going to be long term. It's going to happen through the winter. It's going to happen into the spring. Which adds more issues and headache to Richard and Shelby. So we are currently stockpiling our stuff up on the landfill, up there, the old landfill. So there's been some burning that's happened with that. We've done the best we can to help them out. It's really a stretch for them to do that. So, we've allocated our resources since we're the ones putting it up there to kind of help with that and restack it, reorganize it, whatever, Richard needs for his department. That's pretty much what we're doing right now concerning that site. Sand trucks, the new sand trucks that have been forever in the making are currently in Spokane at this point. We are waiting. They have a mechanic that needs to be flown out from Michigan, I believe it's Michigan, just to do some work on the transfer cases before we are going to take possession. That work is slated to happen in the next 2 weeks. It's sort of been something that's been, pushed off, but they're in the vicinity. Once that happens, we will facilitate payment for that, and they will come over when they deliver and do a training on the new equipment. And so that'll be really exciting because our old dilapidated fleet, we are having a heck of a time keeping it going and operational, but our crews are doing the best they can, and I think they're doing a phenomenal job. Still working very closely with Idaho Office of Emergency Management and FEMA on everything to do with the flood and windstorm cleanup. That's definitely a process, but we're in a really good point right now. Like I said before, the flood is expected to only go to the state level. The flood event, which is 50% reimbursement for our department for costs that we've expended, legal equipment, materials, things of that nature. And we're in the process, we should know here probably in the next couple of 3 weeks that it'll be officially declared on the federal level, which means that FEMA gets involved, and that means 90% reimbursement as opposed to just the state's 50%. So that's exciting for the county. And then the other elephant in the room, this is my last week here with Shoshone County as the Public Works Director. It is Stephanie's last week as well. So there's going to be a little bit of a process while the board fills our 2 roles. They're currently, the board is working on plans to keep things moving, keep business moving in Public Works. You will see no changes in operations with our 4 shops. Same staff, nobody's leaving. Our supervisors do a phenomenal job managing their districts, and so it should just be business as usual as far as our guys out on the road. And I would like to say that it has been an absolute pleasure working with all of you. You're a heck of a team. You are a heck of a team. I feel like we all do the best we can to work together, and I'm truly going to miss you all, and I wish you all the best.
It's not too late to change your mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, probation.
Good morning. Status quo, numbers are holding steady, which is good. Still looking for a deputy probation officer in our office, and then Terry Vicentiner just submitted her letter of intent to retire in March. So I'm revising that job description, and we will get that posted as soon as possible. But in the meantime, we're doing what we can, and it's busy, but manageable. So
Okay.
it's okay.
So your head's above water.
Oh yeah, yep.
Okay.
I'm managing, and then of course, I've got Mike on the phone, so whenever I need to ask a question, he's available. So
That's good. We have the helpline.
yes, but
Thanks for taking it on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if anybody knows anybody that would be interested in an administrative assistant position, send them my way.
Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Grants and other. You got a lot of other.
Well, we've got a call tomorrow for our technical assistance on the bus grant. So this is a long, 4-month process where they go through and they review our application for the 5311 funding. This year I did 4% increase on it to kind of try and make up for some things. So we'll find out if they like that or not tomorrow. But that'll be a 2-year, it's a little over $500,000 for the 2 years that we applied for. So fingers crossed that they fully fund us. They have every year to date, and they like the graphs and charts. My spreadsheets are paying off. They like me putting them in the applications. So they've already commented on that it was good to see how over time the ridership worked on that. Kind of a interesting, actually fun, it's more of just a fun report, is I was contacted, so I'm a member of 2 different procurement associations, the Idaho Public Purchasing and the National Chapter, NIGP. I did a mentorship program through NIGP here a year or so ago, and they contacted me and wanted to interview me for their blog on the mentorship. So I will potentially be a part of the National Chapter's blog for the mentorship. Strongly recommend it. I mean, they were amazing and helped me in so many different ways in understanding how procurement works. So, been working with Randy on how to apply again for the EECBG grant, the same one that got the window things. He's got some good ideas and is just putting together the numbers so that we can do that and help with the boiler and different things to, again, increase efficiency and decrease energy usage. So hopefully we can get the right stuff for that. They're capping it at 50,000, so we won't be able to get as much, but I think we can do a lot of work for 50,000 on that, and I think we can justify it pretty easily. I do have an appointment with the Area Agency on Aging. We're going to talk about advertising. So they have some dollars for senior advertising that they want to talk using the buses. So we'll be able to find some additional money that's not necessarily the other, ridership money, but working on other creative ways to get money coming back in to help fund on the bus.
Is that all?
That's Sorry, I've been lazy this month.
Yeah, down to 6 items today. Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Randy, with all the good ideas, what's going on?
Oh, been busy gathering prices and bids for the window tinting for the judges in the courtrooms for the safety one. I'll get a little more detailed with you when I talk to you
Yeah, we
about
can
it.
get in
Just to
detail.
let you know what I've been up to. Met with a contractor before I went on vacation to get some prices on replacing some doors and windows upstairs in the judges' chambers and rearranging the second floor going into the judges' area a little bit. Met with A-Tech Security, and they're the guys that do the fob keys for the sheriffs. They came over and looked at our situation, and they're putting together a price. They're also working with BJ because they have to make sure that our server will support their equipment. So BJ's contacted him yesterday, and he's getting in the mix on that one. Because they have to do cabling and other things to this building, which is always tricky. But BJ's got a set of guys that know this building well, so that shouldn't be an issue. Met with George, the Northside Electric, because he's going to have to run some new circuits for all the new security stuff that they're wanting. And got a separate price on doing some security lights on the east side here in the back of the building, where it's a little darker in the evening. Met with Tom yesterday to go over what she was just speaking about. And he's got some great ideas about, he thinks he can get most of that gathered up and overhaul the boilers. There's some boosters throughout this building that need attention. He's thinking that he can put together a price that we can have remote control from his office. If something goes on, saying I'm not here like a few times has happened, you can just call their number and they can adjust things from there, or they can check our system if something goes down and tell me what's going on. Been here almost 3 years. 2 weeks ago, the building was extremely cold when I got here. I couldn't figure out what's going on. Called them out, and there's a breaker switch that I had no idea where it was, but now I do, and that it popped during a power outage. So if we had had remote access for those guys, they would have been able to run it, seen it was done, and just reset it from there. So I just before I left on vacation, I got the sheriff's carpet lined up, and they got it done while I was gone. I went and checked it yesterday. They got everything done except the jury area. I guess while their guy was there, somebody approached him about fixing something up where the judge's chair is, which is not part of the insurance. So he ended up fixing the jury thing because he wasn't sure what was going on. So there was a little interference there, and I'm not sure what happened there. But he's got to come back and finish between the two entry doors anyway. So he said he would take care of that at that time, because he wasn't sure what to do under that situation. I said what he did was perfect, because that's not part of it. And they'll have to get improvement, and somebody to approve doing that first. We've got a few new employees, so I've been collecting keys from the folks that have been leaving and redistributing keys to make sure everybody can get in and out of work okay. Then I got to talk to somebody about getting our little S10 pickup service, because it feels like it's got a wheel bearing going out up front. So I need to find out who to take it to and deal with that here pretty soon. Other than that, just normal things daily.
So,
Thank you.
sounds normal. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
I just want to say thank you to everybody. We appreciate all your hard work. And it's definitely a bummer that we're losing Jessica and Stephanie.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Sydney, do you have anything you want to add? No. I will just say from the commissioner department, I've been working with the elected and several department folks on courthouse security. That is based on a couple of things. The shooting at the sheriff's office certainly motivated some things, but before that happened, we had the courts did a professional assessment of the building. The judges sent a professional company in to assess our building, and we didn't score as well as we might like on safety and security. So a committee has been formed, and you're going to start to see some changes. ID badges will be rolling out for those of you who work in the building, and I think it will affect those of you who come on a regular basis. You'll get one too. If you have a key to the building, I think is one of the criteria. But if you come here on a every day or two basis, then you'll probably have an ID badge. There's move ahead to secure, the commission's voted on this to go to one door, right? We voted on that. So one of the things in the assessment was to limit the access to the building to one door, which someday could be manned with a metal detector and all that stuff that you see in other courthouses. But for now, just limiting access to the front door with an active buzzer on the side door for handicapped access for the ADA compliance and that. So you'll probably see something in that area. And Randy, that's one of the things I wanted to grab you after here and discuss. It came up at the last meeting. Randy already alluded to the third change that's happening is most of you won't notice that unless you drive up here at night, but getting the rest of the building lit up around the side with motion lights.
Yeah.
So that was another part of the assessment that it was a little bit dark on this side and the back side. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So Randy's been working on some lighting there and some security in the judges' chambers with door changes. Other things will be forthcoming. The recommendation was several pages long to do things that and now that we know about them, we can't really just ignore them. We've got to address what do we do about that. And unfortunately, none of them are really, very few of them are free or cheap. So figuring out how to fund as we go. So those are some changes you'll see in and around the courthouse with the badges and things like that. And I expect lots of movie quotes about badges. We don't need no stinking badges. I expect we'll see lots of that. I think that's all I have. Does anybody have anything else before I open it to public comment? How about you, Buddy? No? He's good. Public comment?
Nothing.
Nothing today? Okay. Well, with that then, you finished?
Yes.
Okay. We are adjourned.